Good evening, I'm Dave Sess. Mandy's off. Two Boardman High School grads were on board a plane which vanished over Lake Erie last night. The search continues to find the plane, but daylight's running out. The FAA says it took off from Burke Lakefront Airport at 10:50 last night, carrying 6 people. 40 minutes later, the U.S. Coast Guard was notified that it had disappeared from radar about 2 miles from shore. Well, the Coast Guard's been searching by water and air ever since, even with help from the Canadian Air Force. Now, the plane's been missing for over 19 hours. John Fleming was the pilot. His wife, Susie, was also on board, along with their 2 children. That's according to John's parents. Now, John was the CEO of Superior Beverage, a company which started in Youngstown. And today I talked with people who remember working with him. John Fleming was instrumental in the growth of Superior Beverage. He helped it grow by buying other distributorships before it eventually moved out of Youngstown.
To be in 33 and to do it as efficiency as they do is a tribute to John and his forward thinking.
Walt Kohalski remembers John coming on board and developing his skills, which would lead to a path of stardom within the company, quickly climbing up the ladder in the company.
He worked on the trucks. He worked in the warehouse. He did everything that was needed to be done in the operations end of the business.
And then did sales to learn that end. Tipton Distributing now operates out of the building where Superior used to be. A couple people who wouldn't go on camera shared with me stories about Susie and how she would check in drivers when they returned at the end of the day. The couple was on board a small plane along with their 2 sons, plus a neighbor and that person's daughter. They had gone to the Cavs game and John was flying the plane back to Columbus, but it disappeared off radar near the Cleveland shoreline. Today, the Coast Guard was searching with a cutter on the water and a helicopter in the sky.
We're actively searching for people out there or any signs of any survivors, any people out there on board the aircraft itself. We're still searching.
They're looking in an area that's 128 square miles in water that's 50 feet deep. As for the plane, it did have an emergency locating transmitter.
There's several faint hits of an ELT, but we have not received a strong, steady pulse of an ELT signal at this time.
It was windy and there were snow squalls when the plane took off last night. So the search goes on for John Fleming and the other people on board.
If he has perished with his family, a bright light has been extinguished in the distribution business.
John Fleming is a cousin of the Antonucci family, who are the founders of Superior Beverage. Now, tonight we're also hearing from a woman who's been neighbors with the Flemings in Dublin, Ohio for 12 years, and she's also a native of Youngstown.
I just can't imagine them being gone. It's devastating. I know my neighbors are devastated.
Davine Yankel says the Flemings are a tight-knit family that does a lot for the community in Dublin, and she's still hoping for a miracle, and they'll be